What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Motorsport Manager. This is NoSlack Novak, and we're going to continue on with this series that you guys are showing me a lot of love for in the comments. A lot of the comments say that you guys love this series, it's one of your favorites, you guys want to see more, and you guys hope that I do a lot more seasons, which I can pretty much promise you guys we will have more than one season. My minimum goal is 3 seasons. Whether we get there or not, I can't guarantee you, but I would really like to do at least the 3 seasons, probably more, because I'm still loving this game. It's very interesting. Somebody else pointed out too that they actually bought the game and that they just finished first in their one of their races, and that it actually feels like a sense of accomplishment when you get one of your drivers to finish like in the top 3, which if you guys watched the last episode, you knew that we hired Falco over here, and he actually finished second in our last race. It was only his second race of his career, and he already finished second. And he does have a, I mean, compared to Andre, he has a pretty good car, but compared to the rest of the drivers, his car is absolute crap, and he still managed to finish second. So I'm very excited about that. We're going to go ahead, we're going to continue. One of the first things I want to do, actually, you know what, let's skip over here to the drivers. Now, I was looking at possible scouting, and I'm thinking, if we go into standings here, we can see these are the top drivers in our league, right? Just because they're at the top of the standings, they gotta be pretty good. This gentleman over here is 41 years old, so we're not gonna really mess with that too much. Jaws, like 39, he's gonna retire soon. Let's check out Antonov, he's 31. Let's go ahead and scout him. And then I also want to scout this person right here. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the name. But she's 21 and she's got some really good possible skills over here. I definitely want to scout her. She might be someone that we try to hire on maybe next season. I'm sure she's gonna ask for a ton of money, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to afford it, and I'm not really sure what her marketing is either, but we're gonna check her out and see if we could possibly add her to NoSlack Racing later on. She's got some great form in races too. Anyways, let's go back to the car. I'm not going to be designing any new parts, at least not this episode, just because we are kind of running low on cash. We really only have enough money for 3 more races. However, there's, I want to say, like 4 more or 5 more races this season. But so yeah, we're not gonna spend money on designing new parts. We're gonna be strictly improving our reliability and our performance on the parts that we currently do have. What I want to do, we've got 2 weeks until the race. This is going to be really the only part that we're going to focus on reliability, because it is at a 33%. And as of right now, you know what, we could actually do, we could lower that a little bit. We don't need it to be at 100%. I want to get some of these parts all the way up as far as they can go as far as performance, and then I want to get this suspension to be pretty solid, you know, like in the 80s or 90s. Let's go ahead, we're going to simulate a little bit. Kind of see where we are with those. Who did we just scout? Nobody really all that interesting. We can check out the scouting later. What do we get in the mail? Oh, Jan Stoddard. That's the person that we just selected to be scouting. Eastwood Motorsports driver Ida Jan Stoddard may be headed for an exit door by the end of the season. Where she'll be headed is yet to be decided. The jury is still out on the 21-year-old's ability. Are you kidding me? She seems like she's freaking amazing. You know what? I mean, hey, we're going to definitely scout her, and we'll definitely look at possibly having her on the team for next year. She's in like 4th place in the standings. She's got to be a decent driver. Either that or she just has an amazing car. But like I said, let's go ahead and simulate a little bit closer to the race. Not sure what's going on, why it's stopping so much. Alright, travel to Munich. Let's go ahead and pause this. Let's check out our car. We do also need to do a sponsor, because we have some sponsor slots available. So we're at 72% with this suspension here, which is pretty solid. How are we looking over here? Engine could use a little bit of work. Maybe one of these brakes could use a little bit. For the most part, I want to just make sure, you know what? That's what we're improving over here. Let's get this engine up a little bit more. I don't like that it's at 66%. So we should be good there. Maybe we'll throw a little bit more reliability at it, just so that both of those parts are a little bit better. And then we can focus on the performance a little bit later on. And then also, let's go check out our sponsors too. We have 3 offers available. This one will give us $500,000 up front and $100,000 per race, which I'm pretty sure we already discussed this. That's going to be $1.1 million over the course of 6 races. $1.1 million. This one over here is going to be $1 million, but it's going to be for 10 races, and then this one not even close. So what we're going to do, we're going to go with Brutus tires. That's going to cover 6 races. I think that's going to actually go into the next season. I don't think we have 6 races remaining this season. And then it seems like the markability went down. Why did Falco's go down so much? It's kind of interesting. Is there something in the mail? Scouting report finished. That is not on Jonstadter though. Telemetry center, championship target update. Let's see, so we're currently in 9th, and this is currently better than our original target of 10th. So we're good there. Overqualified, I guess. I'm really curious as to why his marketability went down though. What happened here? Driver details. Aggressive, which is really good with overtaking. Selfless. They don't mind if they aren't given every newly designed part, which is really nice. Investment portfolio. Decided to invest in the team, paying you some money. That's good too. However, I don't see why the marketability dropped from like 91% all the way down to 56. That's kind of curious, but you know what? Nothing we can do about that right now. Let's go ahead and continue on, and we'll go into the practice after we check out the World Motorsport Championship event that we don't really care too much about right now. Oh, financial management. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Spotted a number just saying that he's not happy with how our balance looks right now, but you know what? Oh well. If you want to fire me, please don't fire me. Alright, we're traveling to Munich. We're going to do this race. Let's check it out. Scouting report finished. Okay, yep, again, not Jonstadter. Now, I think we're going to do the 9th and above again, right? 450,000. Second is just, that's not realistic. I don't think we're going to finish 2nd or above every race. 9th is, however, realistic, so we're going to go with that. And I want to check and make sure that we have the best parts for the best driver as usual. Looks good over here. Looks good over here. Same thing there, and we have this new suspension that we can actually do. So Falco, you're gonna get the brand new spanking suspension, and then congratulations, Andre, you can have his used parts suspension. I mean, hey, at least it got better, right? Let's go ahead and continue, and let's get into the race. Actually, the practice for the race, which actually 1 or 2 people had pointed out in the comment section that while we're doing the practice laps, we should have the vehicle on the most aggressive driving style and the most aggressive tire like wear rate. That's something that we'll do. We'll set both of our drivers to be super aggressive, get them a little bit of a faster lap time. But the key thing here is not the lap time. The key thing for us, because the lap time doesn't really mean anything. It's not going to give us a better starting position or anything like that. Our starting position is based off of the driver standings. So Falco should be starting off the race 2nd or 3rd. And then, but the most important thing is getting the vehicles tuned as optimally as we possibly can. That being said, we need to go way down on the downforce. And then the handling, let's go ahead and put that towards the understeer. So we'll do something like that, and that'll kind of give us a good idea there. Let's see, what's the weather like? 68 degrees, so, you know, a little chilly, but, I mean, nice day. We're going to do let's go with the mediums, just because we have 1 extra set of mediums than we do the softs. And we're good there. Let's set up Falcos here. Again, we'll go right on the limit of the downforce. Handling. Let's bump that up to right around there, and we should be good. Again, we'll do medium, and let's go ahead and go. Take practice. Pause the game. We'll send out Falco first. Let him get a little bit of a head start, and now we'll send out Gomez. Let's check out Falco here. Oh, yep, hold on. See, and I was just saying this, we need to change the strategy. Attack, overtake, and attack, overtake. Beautiful. Again, we're just going to shoot for the 90s. However, I'd like to get into the mid to high 90s once we're done with the actual practice. Just kind of ensure that our vehicle's, you know, top notch. Every race is different. We can't really save the settings for the car and have it apply from race to race, just because every racetrack's different. The turns are different. The straightaways are longer, shorter. There's more need for acceleration, top speed, things of that nature. Let's go ahead and do this then. Engelhart here. Go ahead, keep going, do one more lap. And Engelhart, you can come in. Currently he's first. I'm sure he's going to get overlapped on that though. Let's check out Gomez. He just passed pit lane 2, so you go ahead and come in as well. Currently our drivers are first and second, however I don't expect that to last whatsoever. Yeah, see, third and fourth now already. And I'm sure there's still drivers waiting to finish. Gomez dropped down to 6th. But again, this isn't really all that important, just because this has no effect on the actual race whatsoever. Where they start, where they finish, anything like that. Alright, let's check out Engelhart. What? Oh, wow. Yeah, you're not happy with your setup at all. 48%. Poor. Very poor. Very poor. Alright, we're gonna have to do some drastic changes here. And I'm thinking let's do something a little bit closer to the middle of the road. I don't want to go all the way to the other extreme. We're gonna just go somewhere towards the middle there. Let's check out his tires, make sure they're okay. They are. You can definitely do a couple of laps in those. Gomez, there we go. Oh, you're a little bit better. You have one excellent, so we're not going to mess with that one too much. 62%. You like your downforce, so we'll keep that where it is. The handling, however, is going to have to definitely be changed, and the speed balance will be changed quite a bit. And then we're going to try to keep the downforce right there. Let's check your tires. They're fine as well. Both of you guys go ahead and go out there. I really like how these racetracks have all the details, you know, not only the trees and everything, but how they have the fans around some of the turns with like the little canopies and the tents. Looks like they might be doing some barbecuing, some tailgating. It's really, really nice. Oh, they have the little, looks like mechanics areas right there. You know, parking. I mean, look, it's just so freaking detailed. I love it. The little flags waving around in the stands. Pretty awesome. Really a visually pleasing game. Alright, let's go ahead and bring these guys in, and then hopefully we'll be able to get another lap once we're done with the second tuning session. Falco's now 6th, which, I mean, that's better than we typically get. I'm happy with that. Okay. Oh, good. Look at that. Great, great. We are at 90%. Alright, so we're pretty much where we, like the bare minimum of where we want to be. Let's make sure, though. Let's try to just move this over a little bit. Let's try to get into a couple of excellent spots. So handling, where were we before? We were way over there. Handling, I think we're going to bump up in the other, just like one slight tick over that way. The speed balance, I feel like this is going to be a little bit trickier. We'll try to do one bump that way, but not so drastic. We'll try to do something like that, although I want the handling more. There we go. We'll do something like that. Then the downforce we'll tweak just a little bit more, try to get that into great as well. And then let's check out your tires. You know what, you can finish the practice on those, no problem. Check out Gomez here, who has 2 excellents right now, which is pretty great. He went from a 62 to a 92 with one little tuning session, which is really awesome. So we're really good there. He went from very poor to okay. So the speed balance, we want to definitely move even further in that direction. So I think we'll do something like that. Then we need to get the handling back to where it was, and the downforce is great. So yeah, let's go ahead and finish this practice. Have them do one final lap, probably 2, once they get called in. And then I'm hoping that both of these guys are at least in the mid-90s once it comes time to race. Looks like, you know what, we need to adjust it looks like every time they pit it kind of resets. So we need to adjust that back to the aggressive race style. And then hopefully maybe they'll be able to actually improve on their positioning right now, 6th and then 11th. Let's check out Englehart here. Change the camera angle up a little bit. Alright, running a little bit slower there in that first leg. Practice is ending, waiting for cars to finish. Let's see. Well, yeah, he's running a little bit slower, but that's because we probably set him his strategy up a little bit too late. Handling is feeling superb here, guys. Nice work. Good. I'm loving the handling. Good, good, good. Seems like they're both pretty happy with their setups. I fully expected them to be in the mid-90s on both of their vehicles. Nice practice session for NoSlack Racing. Yes, thank you very much. The engineers must have been doing a good job with Andre Gomez's setup because they were showing some impressive pace out there. Beautiful. Nice to have positive reviews from Channel 6. Little bit of rain, which is fine because it seems like our drivers actually do pretty well with the intermittent tire setup. Let's check out the forecast though. It does look like it's going to rain for at least the first 4 laps. And we should definitely start off at least on the intermittent tires. Now, because of that, we're going to do the medium and the race trim. Looks like we won't be using softs whatsoever this race. Again, here we can do race trim and actually intermediate tires, which I think that's something that we might do. Now, let's check out the car setup. 98% beautiful. I am not even touching that a little bit. We're definitely going to start off on the intermittent tires, and with a full tank of gas we have 25 laps. So again, like pretty much every race, we will be pitting twice. Let's check out your setup. You're at 97%, also great. However, no actually, however, we're going to keep that the way it is. Intermittents, full tank of gas, beautiful. And let's go ahead and change your driver strategies. Have both of you do the overtake and the attack setup. And we'll try to keep that going for the first lap or 2. Let's go ahead and start this race, guys. Falco's in second, which is beautiful. Should help him kind of get a quick start. And then we have Andre here 4th. Not bad. Let's focus more on Falco, though. Alright, there we go. First place. Beautiful. First and second, quick, right off the line. First and second. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ooh, wow. Andre Gomez passed up his teammate really easily too. That was impressive. That was very, very, very impressive. Alright guys, get a little bit of spacing here the first lap or 2. I want to make sure that their tires are fine, which they're right at the sweet spot right now. I'm going to keep that going for a little bit longer. Man, first and second, awesome. Somebody already crashed. Evans, not quite sure what team he's racing with, but Evans is out of the race. Marchetta is out of the race too. Wow, so 2 people have already crashed. So you know what, given the fact that 2 people have already crashed, I think I want to maybe tone this down a little bit, especially, see, the tire temps are already getting pretty high. So yeah, we're going to tone that down for both of these guys. And hopefully guys don't mess around with each other too much. I don't want you guys crashing, causing each other to crash. Gomez is in first by a good 3 seconds over 3rd place, and then Falco is right on his tail, less than a second difference, which is really nice to see. First and second for our drivers. That's amazing. Now we're not going to have to pit for probably another 5, maybe 6 laps. We have the fuel for that. The tires might be a little bit of a concern there for me, but I'm not quite sure if they're going to be able to make it another 6 laps. Gomez is getting, yeah man, he's got a nice little lead. Closing in though on these turns, but the straightaways he seems to be pulling away a little bit. He did get the new suspension. That is really the only part that Gomez has, improved on over the last week is the suspension. He got Falco's old used part, and then Falco has a brand new fancy suspension. I really want to get these guys better engines though. The engine is like the #1 component of the vehicle, and I'm just not happy with it. But like I said, we can't really design any new parts just because we don't have the money for it. I really don't want to end up Falco in 3rd now, 4th. I really don't want to end up with a negative balance at the end of the year, just because that will give them a reason to maybe fire us. But yeah, we definitely have, towards the end of the year at least, I want to design a new engine, and I'm leaning towards designing an illegal engine that we just don't actually use in any races this year, because then once we move over to the 2nd season, it'll actually take away the infraction. It'll take away the warning of possibly being illegal, and it'll make it a completely legal part to use in our vehicles. So that's one advantage over the off season, you know, is that all of your illegal parts will then become legal. Now let's kind of start focusing a little bit on the when we're gonna pit. Want to lower the tire strategy too, because we're burning pretty hot here. Falco's in 4th, Gomez is in 1st. I think we're gonna pit. Oh man, I think we're gonna pit Engelhardt here somewhat soon. And I'm thinking Gomez, we're gonna actually lower your engine mode. You're in 1st. But I want to save it because you have the weaker parts, which actually, you know, only one of your parts is really in jeopardy of maybe kind of wearing down, but that one is the one with the 10% red zone, so that's actually pretty solid. But yeah, we're going to go with that. And Engelhardt, Gomez, one of you is going to have to pit very soon. Let's go back to Gomez. Gomez is in 1st still. Gomez, you could do one more lap after this. Engelhardt, we're going to actually have you pit on this next go around. Let's check out the weather forecast. It is going to stop raining here soon, and then the water is going to start going down. So we're going to give you medium tires. We're going to give you as much fuel as we possibly can. Let's check out your parts. Your parts all look fantastic right now, which is really good. And let's go ahead and do that. So Falco here is going to pit on the next possible opportunity, and then we'll have Gomez do this lap, and he's going to pit on the next one. Which, if that's the case, let's just go ahead and have him actually go into push for both of these. I want to give him the aggressive style. Maybe that'll allow him to get a little bit further of a lead. And let's go ahead and go past the start-finish line. And now, oh, you know what? Yeah, we need to, let's double check the weather. Yeah, we're going to give you mediums. Fuel options, we'll give you as much as we possibly can. And part condition is fine. Little worrisome right there, but for the most part, he's fine. Let's go ahead and continue. And we're actually going to we have to lower your fuel consumption a lot. Just because you might not actually make it to the end of the lap, to pit lane. Uh-oh, they messed up on some fueling over there. Engelhardt is now 16th, which isn't good. But he'll catch up once. It's a bit damp. No, it's going to stop raining. Stop questioning me, damn it. Not quite sure if the other drivers are going to be pitting on this go-around. And Gomez just got passed up, but that's okay. Yeah, okay, so it looks like the drivers, a lot of drivers haven't pit yet, which is absolutely okay, because they'll actually pit on this next go-around. There's no real possibility of them being able to avoid that. Let's go ahead and do medium, and we'll do medium over here for Gomez. Over here, let's go ahead and bump this up a little bit on the driving, just because the tires are a little chilly. You don't need to pit for intermediates. It's going to stop. There's not going to be water on the track here in a little bit, so stop your whining. Don't let this guy pass you up either. 11th and 14th right now. Gomez and Engelhardt, respectively. 12th and 14th now, so Gomez just got passed up. Great. However, people should be pitting here. There we go. People pit. Gomez moved up to 8th with a few people going into the pit section. Looks like most people are running the medium tires, which makes sense to me. El Sadat and Beauchamp are going to have to pit again relatively soon, just because they're using the soft tires. I'm not quite happy with 8th and 13th though. What's up with you, Falco? You know what? I feel like let's put you in overtake. And then let's actually have you do high. just because I'm not 100% happy with 8th and 13th right now. Gomez is a full 8 seconds behind, 9 seconds behind the person ahead of him. 7th place. And it looks like he might get passed up. Come on, Gomez. Few people are pitting, but they're already at the back of the pack, so we're not too concerned about them whatsoever. The leader is 25 seconds ahead of our 8th place driver, which is Andre Gomez. And we have about 13 laps to go, so we're going to have to pit one more time. I want to kind of strategize as to where we might do that. Let's see, I think we're just going to try to run as long as we possibly can, and then for the final maybe 4 or 5 laps, we'll try to do the soft tires, just because there is... Actually, I don't think we have a performance bonus on soft tires. I think we have the performance bonus for Gomez. It's on the race trim and the medium tires, whereas Falco has the bonus on, I think, intermediates and race trim. Tire, ooh, wow, Gomez, your tires need to get warmed up quick. Let's go ahead and put you into attack mode until your tires warm up. We'll actually put you in overtake mode as well. Want to get those tires warmed up as fast as possible. Plus, there really isn't too much water left on the track. It says damp here, but that's going to be going away here. Come on, Gomez. You're okay. I'm okay with the tires being slightly warm like that. As long as they're not in the all the way upper red portion, that's more than okay. Ooh, but Engelhardt, looks like you're going to have to pit here very soon. Yep, next go around as a matter of fact. Let's go ahead and schedule that. And, okay, how many laps do we have left? 9 laps remaining after the pit, so we'll go ahead and give you a full 10 tanks, or 10 laps worth of fuel. And then the softs will last 10 to 12. And Falco's the one that actually has the bonus on the intermediates, which we're definitely not using intermediates the rest of the race. So I think we're going to go with the softs. And that should get him through the rest of the race, as long as we don't do anything crazy. Couple of parts to keep an eye out on, but I think we'll be okay there. Pit strategy's fine. Let's go ahead and schedule him to pit. And then after this go around, we are going to have you probably race on medium for the rest of the event. Gomez here is going to have to pit here somewhat soon as well. And with Gomez, I think we're going to stick to the mediums just because we do have the bonus, the performance bonus. I want to say it's the 5, maybe 10% performance bonus for his medium tires. And he could definitely do one more lap, no problem. He might actually even be able to do 2 more. Let's actually lower... you know what? No, we'll pit him on this next go around. Engelhardt is in 16th. Did Engelhardt pit again? Yes, he did. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need to consume the fuel a little bit more. We'll have you do this one more lap. Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's lower this even more. Low fuel consumption. Want to make sure that you actually get to the pit area. And we'll keep you on the mediums, like we said. We'll give you, well, let's give you 8 laps of fuel just to be a little bit safe. Parts are looking a little dodgy, especially these 2 over here, so I think we're going to try to we'll keep you on medium the rest of the way. Come on, Gomez, get there. You're in 3rd right now, which is nice. You won't have to pit again after this. And then 1st and 2nd place, they still have to pit. Oh, which they're actually in the pit right now. Okay. So they'll, looks like they'll both be leaving before Gomez actually gets in. Little, I kind of wish that was a little bit different. I think we're okay here. Medium, not medium, but we have push and high over here on the strategy, which I'm fine with right there. Although the tires might wear out more quickly, so let's try to go to a neutral and high right there. And then with you, we're just going to try to stick on mediums for now, and then we can push you towards the end of the race. Only reason we're not pushing you right now is because your parts do look like they might have some issues here in a little bit. Currently we're 12th and 13th, which honestly is a little disappointing. It doesn't look like anybody is really going to need to pit again for the remainder of the race. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Let's check out Falco. I would really like to get up there to 9th, get that sponsor bonus. Looks like Falco is our best shot. Let's check out his condition of his parts. Really, one part that concerns me is the brakes. Those look like they might actually have... Ooh, and they just dropped down to 30%. That's not good. Ah, man. Let's lower his engine mode, just so that his parts do last a little bit longer. Looks like we'll be finishing right around 12th and 13th. I don't really see how we could overtake anybody, unless they have some sort of mechanical failures. I don't see how we could really overtake anybody right now. Englehart's a full 5 seconds behind the 11th place driver. Falco is a good 11 seconds behind Englehart, so yeah, I'm not seeing how we can really make up much room here without something drastic happening at the top of the standings. Parts, ah man, let's see, Gomez, he's having issues. He's at 17% over here. Over here, still having some issues with the brakes, the gearbox, the suspension. Everything is kind of rough. I think we're just going to try to maintain. Oh, and see, Gomez here lost a spot already. He's in 14th now. I've got a couple parts looking dodgy. I know, but you only have like 1-2 more. You have 2 more laps to go essentially, just because the first place driver is going to finish before you probably have to get to your 3rd lap. Gomez here, let's check out his thing. He is battling. He's now 15th, so at best, ooh, 10% on his brakes too. We're just going to keep these guys where they are. Let's actually bump up the tire driving style, but we're going to keep the fuel consumption low, or average, just so that we don't get more wear on our parts. Final lap has started, so there's no way that these guys are going to be doing another lap after this. Just because the first place driver is going to finish. There it is, first place driver finished. This is the end. Let's go ahead and bump up everything to maximum. Just, you know, maybe we'll squeeze out one more place. Maybe Englehart here can pass up for 11th. No, no chance. Oh well, 12th and is going to be 15th. 12th and 15th is a little disappointing. I was hoping to finish higher, especially considering Falco finished 2nd last race. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to blame that on slightly poor strategy, and then also just the reliability of our parts went down pretty quickly. So that's actually something I'm going to want to focus on in the next probably 2 or 3 weeks, is just improving the majority of our parts. Again, no illegal parts, so nothing to worry about there. Let's check out the total drivers championship standings. We are now 17th and 18th. And so we'll be starting off, what, 4th and 5th on the next race. And team standings, we are in 9th with the possibility of jumping up to 8th here in the next race if we do somewhat okay. But again, I really want to focus on improving the reliability of some of these parts. That is, the reliability is our #1 concern. It probably will be for the rest of this kind of like pre-race period. And then I think starting maybe next week, or not next week, after the next race, we'll really turn our focus towards improving the actual performance of all of our parts. And then maybe towards the last week or two of the last race or two of the season, we'll start developing a new part or two, and hopefully get those as high up as we can before the end of the season. And as we see here, Falco is improving still. Why are you classified as a main driver? You, sir, are a reserve driver. Not quite sure why you're classified as a main driver. And I'm not quite sure how you went up. Maybe just because you watched the race. But yeah, that's a little interesting right there. Not sure how that happened. And our marketability, is that why the market... Why? Oh, hi. That's probably why the marketability went down. And we just lost $1.4 million that race. That is absolutely crazy. part of that has to do with paying Falco so much money. But even if we didn't pay him that much, we'd still be losing like $1 to $1.1 million per race, which is absolutely crazy. But let's check out our drivers here. Yeah, you are the reserve driver, so what the hell's going on? I really don't know why our marketability went down so much. Maybe somebody talked trash about us in an interview and that lowered our marketability or something. Not quite sure. We don't have any sponsorship offers yet, but we will have those here somewhat soon. I'm pretty confident about that. Scouting slots. So it looks like we do have a bunch of people in the queue. Jonstadter is actually the only one I'm really concerned about. So let's do this. Let's cancel scouting for all of these guys, and then we'll focus on Jonstadter getting scouted. Let's check the condition update. They both went down over 50%, which is not good. We are going to accept this interview request. Andre Gomez was fuming in his post-race interview after running out of fuel on the last lap and dropping position. Are you going to apologize to him? Let's see. Hot. Don't be ridiculous. I do owe him an apology. That was my mistake. He needs to calm down. These things happen. I do owe him an apology. Our happiness with our chairman went down. However, the morale with Gomez went up. So I'm perfectly fine with that. Like I said, we want to focus on the reliability now, so let's go to improving parts. And I'm thinking we'll probably just improve the quality of our two best parts in each category, which makes sense, right? Let's go ahead and actually take that off. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll do those three for now. We're going to bump everything up towards reliability. And let's go ahead and simulate just a little bit. We're not going to do anything too crazy. We'll just do maybe 5 or 6 days here. Oh, somebody's got a birthday. Andre Gomez has a birthday. We can give him a card, which will lower his morale by 10%, or we can blow $100,000 and actually improve his morale. Which, you know what, 100,000. We're tight on money, but let's improve his morale. I like to do nice little celebrations for their birthdays. Alright, now we have sponsor offers for actual placement, which, again, I don't think we're going to get any one of these. First place or second place. So I'm not too worried about the bonus payment just because it's not going to come into effect. However, Ishikawa Malt Whiskey is offering us $1 million up front. And that's only for 5 races. So you know what? We're going to accept that. We're going to get that $1 million. That is going to be quite lovely towards the end of the season. And let's go ahead and continue. Just a few days. I think, you know what? I'm thinking that is good and actually stopped on its own there. Let's check out the improved parts. We're at 88%, which, you know what? I'm perfectly happy with that. 87% there. 81. We could work on that just a little bit more. Let's go over here to the gearboxes and actually put those in there. And then let's also put this suspension in there. I want to get everything to at least 80. Once we're at 80, then we can kind of start tweaking it just a little bit more. Well, it looks like there was 2 separate races being ran that day. One for each of the upper divisions, which again, don't really care about too much. We'll simulate all the way to this politics vote and see what this is all about. A new vote has begun over at Global Motorsport Association. This time around, it's about front wings can be developed. So as of right now, we are using the stock wings, right? Every single vehicle that is ran in this league has a spec part, which is set at 150 performance, which we could actually vote to make it to where we can actually develop our own front wings, which, you know what, I'm perfectly fine with, but I'd really be more okay with that in the second and third seasons. This first season is kind of tricky, as you can see. A lot of our parts that we're developing aren't anywhere near 150 performance levels, so we're actually gaining a benefit from being able to have this stock part. However, this isn't going to take effect until the second year, and I'm pretty confident that all those other teams are going to have to start off with less than 150 performance wings as well. Not 100% sure about that, but I'm thinking that's the way it's probably going to be, which that'll just give us another part to have to manufacture. But you know what? I'm actually okay with that. Either way it goes, I'm not too concerned with either way. It says it'll benefit us, which I believe it will benefit us in the long term. But I'm not quite sure if that's going to benefit us in Season 2. But you know what? I think I'll probably just abstain. I'm not too concerned with how this vote goes. So yes, I'm abstaining. Somebody's against, somebody's for. Pretty even vote so far, 2-2. Another one for against, another one for against. So somebody's going to have to use at least 2 to get it back to even. Oh, looks like no. We are not... No, we are not going to have to be developing our own front wings. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm more than okay with that. It'll allow us to focus more on developing other parts. So, time that we would have spent developing front wings, we can just go ahead and focus on better engines, better gearboxes, things of that nature. Now, we did just finish scouting the female Etta Janstadter. Let's check her out. So she's a 12 braking, 9 cornering. She's actually not as good as Falco. However, she's got amazing overtaking, which is really nice. That is one of the most, in my opinion, one of the more important traits that you can have. And she's going to be better than Falco once she's done developing. She's going to be almost a full 4-star. However, she's already making $400,000 a race. She's going to want more than that, which is something that we probably won't be able to afford even next season. She's a pay driver though. The driver sponsors will pay you $252,000 for each race they are involved in. 50% if the driver takes part in practice only. This driver sponsors will pay you. So even though she's making $400,000, we're going to be getting $252,000 back because of the paid driver trait, which that's actually a permanent trait. So that's quite interesting. I feel a lot more secure when Chuck is here. Security guard. Not quite sure what that means. I don't know who Chuck is, but her morale is +10 and her mechanic relationship is -10. Interesting. She has a pet dog, which means that her mechanic relationship is -20. So even though she's a great driver, she does have some negative traits that make her a little bit of a pain to be with if you're the mechanic, which kind of sucks. But she is up for renewal. Her contract does run out in 4 months. And we could definitely afford her with the paid driver trait. So pretty much whatever she's getting paid, subtract $250,000 every single race, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and check out our parts again. 88%, so we're at over 80% on pretty much everything. 88, 87, 82. Let's go ahead and maybe bump up this one a little bit more. We could actually improve the reliability of the front wings and all of that. So if you know what, if you're above, yeah, let's do that. We'll bump those up a little bit more. 86 and 85 is okay. I think we're going to simulate just a little bit more. A couple of days. Oh, nope. There we go. Let's check it out now. 88, we can lower that. 87, 87. I'm more than happy with all of those. Let's improve the rear wing now. And then let's also improve the suspension a little bit more. Again, we'll simulate. Actually, let's throw in what needs to be that. We'll improve the gearbox there a little bit. Simulate just a few days. Again, 3 or 4. Pause right there. Let's check that out. Good. 86. We will keep those. But now what we're going to do, let's improve this engine over here. But we're going to switch all of our points towards performance. And we really want to get these, and they're not going to be done until 5 days after the race, but we really want to get these into the absolute best condition that we possibly can. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take off this brake over here. Actually, no, we're going to take off this gearbox, the gearbox that Gomez uses, and we're going to put in his engine instead, because his engine definitely needs a little bit of love. It can gain, 22 points with a little bit more love. And yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with. That is going to be it for this episode, guys. If you guys liked the episode, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and in the next video, we will be doing the next race, which is actually 2 days from now, so this was a little bit longer of a video because we did a lot of the pre-race stuff that we usually save for the beginning of a video. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys on another one. Until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.